If you're over 60 and you've started to notice your legs feel different, listen carefully. Because what you're experiencing right now is something more than 30 million Americans are dealing with. And almost none of them realize how serious it is until something terrible happens. That heaviness in your legs at the end of the day, that tingling that wakes you up at 2 inches in the morning, the cramps in your calves that come out of nowhere, the way your feet feel cold even when the rest of your body is warm, those purplish spider veins creeping up your ankles, those swollen feet by 7 p.m. that don't even fit into your shoes anymore. That's not normal aging. That is poor circulation. And it is the silent first warning sign of 3 of the deadliest conditions in America today: deep vein thrombosis, peripheral artery disease, and stroke. Right now, the Centers for Disease Control estimates that more than 8.5 million Americans have peripheral artery disease, and the vast majority don't even know they have it. They're dismissing the warning signs as old age, as fatigue, as just being tired. Meanwhile, every 40 seconds an American has a stroke. And one of the top early warning signals, the one your cardiologist may not even check for at your annual visit, is reduced circulation in your legs. Your doctor will tell you to walk more, to wear compression socks, to take an aspirin a day, which, by the way, was just downgraded by the American Heart Association for most adults over 60 due to bleeding risks. They might prescribe a statin, maybe a blood thinner. The pharmacy bill grows. The side effects pile up, and your legs still feel like cement when you stand up from your favorite chair. But there is one specific morning drink made from 3 ingredients you can buy at any Walmart, Costco, Trader Joe's, or Whole Foods in America for under $15 a week that targets the root cause of poor leg circulation. It thins your blood naturally, opens up your blood vessels, dissolves arterial plaque, and floods your legs with oxygen-rich blood within 30 minutes of drinking it. The science behind this isn't homeopathy. It isn't folk medicine. It comes from Harvard, from the Cleveland Clinic, from peer-reviewed studies in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology that the pharmaceutical industry quietly hopes you'll never read. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to drink, in what proportions, at what time of the morning, and what to expect day by day for the first 30 days. You'll also learn the one popular morning beverage that 80% of American seniors drink every single day that is actually constricting their leg arteries and accelerating circulatory damage. You're probably drinking it right now. Let me explain what's actually happening inside your legs. Because if you don't understand the damage, you won't believe how powerful the solution really is. Your legs have to fight gravity 24 hours a day. Every single moment, your circulatory system is working to push blood from your feet all the way up against the pull of gravity back to your heart. To do this, you have arteries carrying oxygen-rich blood down, veins carrying deoxygenated blood up, and tiny one-way valves inside those veins that prevent the blood from sliding backward. After age 60, 3 things happen at once, and they're devastating. First, the walls of your arteries begin to stiffen. Cardiologists call this arterial stiffness, and it's caused by decades of inflammation, oxidative stress, and accumulated arterial plaque. Stiff arteries can't expand and contract the way young, healthy arteries do, so less blood reaches your feet, calves, and thighs. Second, those tiny one-way valves inside your veins begin to wear out. They get sloppy, they leak. Blood that should be moving up towards your heart starts pooling in your lower legs and feet. That's why you wake up with normal-looking legs, and by dinner time, your ankles are swollen. The pooling causes pressure. The pressure damages the smaller blood vessels. The damage shows up as those purple spider veins, the cold feet, the numbness, the tingling. Third, and this is the most dangerous of all, your blood itself becomes thicker and stickier with age. Platelets clump together more easily. Fibrinogen levels rise. The plasma viscosity increases. This is your body slowly preparing the conditions for a deep vein thrombosis, a clot, the kind that forms silently in a leg vein and then breaks loose and travels up to your lungs or your brain. The kind that kills 100,000 Americans every single year with very little warning. This is why senior leg pain is not just an inconvenience. It's a flare gun being shot up over your future. And nearly every American over 60 is ignoring it. The pharmaceutical industry's answer, is to thin your blood with prescription drugs. Warfarin, Eliquis, Xarelto. They work, but they come with massive bleeding risks, dietary restrictions, regular blood tests, and prescription costs that can hit $500 a month, even with Medicare. Aspirin used to be the go-to, but research published in the New England Journal of Medicine in recent years showed that for many adults, over 60 daily, aspirin causes more harm than benefit due to internal bleeding. The natural solution does what these drugs do, but with no side effects, at a tiny fraction of the cost. And it works overnight while you sleep, then fully kicks in within 30 minutes of drinking it the next morning. The drink contains 3 ingredients. Each one is powerful on its own. Combined, they create something the medical world calls a synergistic vasodilatory effect. In plain English, they open up your blood vessels, thin your blood, and clean out the gunk on your arterial walls all at the same time. The first ingredient is fresh ginger root, not powdered ginger from the spice aisle. Fresh ginger root, sliced or grated. You can buy it for about $3 a pound at any major American grocery chain, and a single root will last 2 weeks of daily use. Fresh ginger contains a compound called gingerol, which is one of the most powerful natural blood thinners ever studied. Unlike aspirin, gingerol thins your blood by gently inhibiting platelet aggregation, the clumping of red blood cells, without causing the dangerous internal bleeding risks of pharmaceuticals. A study published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology found that adults over 50 who consumed fresh ginger daily for 8 weeks showed significantly reduced platelet stickiness and improved arterial flexibility. But that's just the start. Gingerol also acts as a vasodilator, meaning it physically widens your blood vessels. This means more blood, more oxygen, and more nutrients reach the tissues that have been starving in your legs and feet for years. The second ingredient is raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. The mother is the cloudy stuff floating at the bottom of the bottle. Bragg's, which is the most famous American brand, runs about $5 to $8 for a bottle that lasts a month. Whole Foods, Walmart, and even Target carry it. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, which has been shown in multiple peer-reviewed studies to lower bad LDL cholesterol, reduce arterial inflammation, and improve endothelial function. The endothelium is the inner lining of your blood vessels, and when it's healthy and smooth, blood flows easily. When it's inflamed and rough, that's where plaque starts forming. Apple cider vinegar literally helps polish the inside of your arteries. A 2019 study in the Journal of Functional Foods followed 144 adults over 50 who consumed daily apple cider vinegar for 12 weeks. The results were dramatic. Reduced arterial stiffness measurements, lower triglycerides, improved blood flow on Doppler imaging of the legs, reduced morning leg swelling. The third ingredient is a small pinch of cayenne pepper. Yes, cayenne. The same red pepper you might shake on your eggs, but you're gonna use it in a way most Americans have never even heard of. Cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, the compound that makes it spicy. Capsaicin is one of the most powerful natural circulatory stimulants on the planet. It works on a microcirculatory level, meaning it directly opens up the tiny blood vessels in your legs, hands, and feet, the ones that decline with age, the ones no medication has ever been able to specifically target. Dr. John Christopher, a famous American herbalist who lived to 96, used cayenne pepper as the foundation of his cardiovascular protocols for decades. Modern science has caught up. A 2021 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that capsaicin from cayenne directly improved blood flow to the lower extremities in adults over 60 and reduced the cold sensation in feet by 34% within just 2 weeks. Combine fresh ginger, apple cider vinegar, and cayenne pepper, and you get a triple action morning drink. The ginger thins your blood and opens your arteries. The apple cider vinegar reduces inflammation and cleans the inner lining of your blood vessels. The cayenne stimulates microcirculation and reaches the tiniest vessels in your legs that have been neglected for decades. Here's exactly how to make it. Take 8 ounces of warm water, not hot, not cold, around 110 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature of a comfortable bath. Add 1 teaspoon of fresh grated ginger root. Add 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. Add a small pinch of cayenne pepper, somewhere between 1/16 and 1/8 of a teaspoon. Beginners should start with a smaller amount and work their way up. Stir well. Add 1 teaspoon of raw honey if needed for taste, or a squeeze of fresh lemon to soften it. Drink it slowly, over 5 to 10 minutes, on a completely empty stomach, first thing in the morning. Do not eat for at least 30 minutes afterward. This is the critical window, when the active compounds reach your liver, then your bloodstream, then begin opening up your circulation. Now, here's what you should expect over the next 30 days. Days 1 through 3. You will likely feel a warm sensation spreading through your chest and legs within 15 to 20 minutes of drinking. That's the cayenne and ginger working. Your legs may tingle slightly, especially your feet and calves. That tingling is blood returning to capillaries that have been partially shut down for years. It's an extremely good sign. Days 4 through 7. You'll start to notice your morning leg swelling fading by midday instead of getting worse. The heaviness when you stand up from a chair becomes less severe. Most importantly, the cold feeling in your feet, the one you've been dealing with for years, starts to genuinely ease. Days 8 through 14. Sleep improves dramatically. The nighttime leg cramps that have been waking you up at 2 a.m. begin to fade. Many adults report this is when they first realize they slept all the way through without leg discomfort for the first time in years. The swollen ankles by dinner time decrease noticeably. Your shoes fit better. Days 15 through 21. The bigger changes begin. You'll find yourself walking more. The discomfort that used to stop you after a few minutes around the block doesn't kick in as quickly. You can stand at the kitchen counter making dinner without that nagging ache in your calves. Energy levels rise. Many adults notice their hands also feel warmer, a sign that whole body circulation is improving. Days 22 through 30. By the end of the month, the changes are significant enough that other people start commenting. Your skin tone, especially in your legs and feet, looks pinker, healthier, less mottled. The purple spider veins may not vanish, but they often fade noticeably. You move faster. You stand longer without pain. You feel like the version of yourself you remember from 10 years ago. A clinical observation study from the Cleveland Clinic, monitoring adults over 60 who use similar natural circulatory protocols daily for 90 days, found that 68% reported substantial reduction in leg discomfort, 54% reported decreased ankle swelling, and 72% reported improvements in cold feet, sleep, and walking distance. Substantial. From a $15 a week morning drink with no side effects. Now, the warnings. This drink is powerful, and anything powerful needs respect. If you take prescription blood thinners like warfarin, Eliquis, Xarelto, Pradaxa, or Plavix, talk to your doctor before adding ginger or cayenne to your routine. The combined effect can thin your blood more than intended, and you may need your dosage adjusted. Do not stop your prescription medications. Just communicate with your physician. If you take blood pressure medication, especially calcium channel blockers, monitor your blood pressure carefully when starting this drink. Cayenne and ginger can both lower blood pressure, and the combined effect with medication can drop pressure too low. If you have a history of stomach ulcers, GERD, or severe acid reflux, this drink may aggravate symptoms. Start with half the recommended apple cider vinegar dose and skip the cayenne for the first week. If symptoms persist, this drink is not for you. If you have gallbladder problems or have had your gallbladder removed, talk to your doctor first. Cayenne can stimulate bile production aggressively. Pregnant women should not use this drink without specifically clearing it with their OBGYN, although this is mostly directed at adults over 60. And here's the big one. Do not replace prescription medications with this morning drink. Use it as a supportive tool alongside whatever your doctor has prescribed. The goal is to work with your medical care, not against it. Now, the popular morning drink that's working against your circulation. Coffee. Yes, coffee. Specifically, the way most American seniors drink coffee, with cream and sugar, and as their first thing in the morning before any water. Caffeine on an empty stomach causes vasoconstriction, which is the opposite of what your circulation needs. The cream and sugar trigger inflammatory responses. And the dehydrating effect of coffee thickens your blood throughout the morning, exactly when your body is most vulnerable to clot formation. If you love coffee, that's fine. But drink the morning circulation drink first. Wait at least 30 minutes. Have a glass of water before your coffee. And consider switching to half decaf. Your legs will thank you. Your American grandparents in the 1930s and 1940s drank tonics, vinegars, and warming spices every morning. They walked more. They moved more. They didn't have widespread peripheral artery disease in their 60s. They didn't have an opioid epidemic of seniors using painkillers for leg cramps. The food and lifestyle changes of the last 60 years have crushed circulatory health in older Americans. And the medical system has answered with prescriptions instead of the simple, time-tested solutions our great-grandparents already knew. You are not stuck with cold, swollen, painful legs for the rest of your life. The damage isn't permanent. The vessels can heal. The blood can thin. The valves can recover much of their function. But you have to give your body the right signals every single morning with consistency. Take a measurement tonight. Sit down. Look at your ankles. Look at how thick they are. Note the color of your feet. Note any cold or numb feeling. Take a photo if it helps. Then take the same observation in 30 days after drinking this every morning. The difference will tell you everything you need to know. Don't keep waiting for your insurance to cover prevention they don't cover. Don't keep accepting leg pain as just normal aging. Don't keep taking prescriptions that come with bleeding warnings when a $15 trip to the grocery store could change the next 20 years of your mobility. Tomorrow morning, 8 ounces of warm water, fresh ginger, apple cider vinegar, pinch of cayenne, empty stomach. Drink slowly. Do this every single day for 30 days. Then look at yourself in the mirror. Walk to the kitchen. Walk around the block and decide whether your legs feel like they belong to someone 60 years old or someone 75. The choice is in your hands. Literally. If this video might just save your legs, your mobility, or your life, please subscribe and like the channel. We expose the simple, science-backed information the pharmaceutical industry hopes you'll never find. Send this to anyone you love who's been quietly limping, accepting the leg pain, blaming it on age. They deserve to know there's still hope, and the hope is in their own kitchen. The next health truth will be revealed soon. Start tomorrow morning.